Hey friends, welcome to the Women in Web3 interview series. I'm your host Alex and I'm the community manager for CharmVerse. For those of you who are not familiar, CharmVerse is a Web3 operations platform handling docs, tasks, bounties, and proposals. It's a place for team contributors to coordinate day-to-day work. You can sign in with your crypto wallet and unlock workspaces with tokens and NFTs. It also brings together onboarding, bounty management, proposals, project trackers, and data repositories all in one place. If you are not familiar, please go check them out after this space. CharmVerse is the sponsor of our Women in Web3 series, and the point of this series is to feature and promote badass women that are making waves in Web3. Also, we do have a special POAP for our listeners today, and I'll be dropping the secret word throughout the interview. So make sure you have the POAP mobile app so you're ready to mint. All right, so today we're talking to DAO Sasha, who handles business development at Azuro Protocol and is a self-proclaimed blockchain and betting enthusiast. Hey, Sasha, how are you?
Hey, Alex, I'm good, which is a very, very important day to have this
Yeah,
conversation.
right?
And
Happy Merge
I,
Day.
I can tell you, GM, GM and Happy Merge Day, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I can imagine like everyone like celebrating this day here in Berlin. I'm in Berlin right now, and I was in Nozi's office, and I was like, I was following the merge event during the morning, and it
Oh,
was
that's
amazing. Yeah,
awesome. That
it's
must be a great energy there. So cool.
amazing.
So
Yeah, I'm
you're
really
there for
happy.
ETH Berlin?
I'm here for the DAppCon first. So there was the DAppCon that was the beginning of the Berlin Blockchain Week. Today is DuneCon happening, and also ZK Summit, and tomorrow the ETH Berlin starts.
Nice.
So it's like the whole week of blockchain events here in
Well, that's a
Berlin.
great spot to be for Merge Day for sure.
Yeah, I agree, I agree with you.
You've been going to a lot of
Absolutely.
conferences lately, huh?
Yeah, I'm I'm a conference or I would
I love it.
say.
I love it. And you're going to Bogota, right?
Yeah, I'll be in Bogota as well. And before the Bogota, it's also mainnet, and Messari mainnet happening in New York. And after Messari mainnet, there is a talk in 2049 in Singapore. And yeah, I have a plans to visit both conferences before
Oh my
Bogota as well.
goodness, you're all over the place. You must be exhausted. I don't know how you do it all.
Well, I'm such type of person who can't stay at one place for a long period of time. That's why I really like traveling. I like people. I like talking to people. Yeah, that's where I get some energy, where I'm getting the
Well, then you are
energy.
made for this world, moving and shaking all the time.
Yeah,
That's
that's
great.
true.
Well, I'm super excited that you're going to be at Bogota because I would love to meet up in real life and grab a coffee or a drink or something along the way.
Absolutely, I'll be happy to meet with you. And yeah, that's I believe it could be an amazing experience because I've participated in DevCon before, and DevCon is also a very deep techy conference with amazing high quality devs and beautiful talks where I'm personally learning a lot. Yeah, I'm really excited about the upcoming event
Yeah,
in
me
Bogota.
too. Our most of our Charmverse team will be there, which will be the first time a lot of us get to see each other in real life, which is super exciting too. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, that's really
So
cool. Yeah, I'll be
yeah,
happy to
yeah,
meet.
we'll get it on the books. So because you're a frequent conference goer, could you just share a couple tips maybe that help others better navigate their conference experience?
Well, yeah, absolutely. What I can say is like, please sign up for the side events so at least 2 weeks before the
Yeah.
conference, because from what I see, the main things happening just exactly on the networking events. So that's yeah, check the lists, spreadsheets with the whole like schedule of side events, and be sure to sign up for the most interesting ones before, because normally like during the event all beautiful spots already booked and reserved, and yeah, you can miss something really important. Also, what else? like, yeah, be a very open-minded person during the conference, because you will never met where you can get some interesting, um, I don't know, lead or some interesting topic. Just talk to people, be kind and
I,
open mind. That's the only thing that I
I
normally
think
use.
that's great. I think, yeah, using this is really some social networking, and you never know who you can connect with and work with going forward. Um,
Yeah, that's
so
true.
are you
That's true.
do you tend to do like the official conference ticket, or do you do mostly satellite stuff, or is it kind of a combination for you?
Well, honestly, sometimes you can participate at the conference as a speaker. So I'm trying to sign up for the panel discussion, or trying to get the speaker slots. Sometime I have a friend of mine who just sharing the tickets with me, because I'm in crypto for quite a long of period of time, and I know the conference organizers, and sometimes they just invited me to participate without any purchasing. But if we are talking about the main ones like DevCon or DevConnect in Amsterdam, you have to be sure that you will be able to get this wave and get your slot
Mm-hmm.
or get your ticket. So sometimes I'm applying for the volunteer, or like just trying to get the spot. So like, yeah, either you will buy, or like someone who can invite you as an
Yeah.
expert.
Oh, that's
Something like
great.
this.
Um, so
That's why you have to build your network, and in case you didn't get a chance to get the spot for the DevCon or like any other popular conference, you can ask your
right,
friend.
right, and get them to get you an invite to something and sneak in there.
Yeah.
So I mentioned earlier you are a self-proclaimed blockchain enthusiast and believe it's changing the universe. Can you elaborate on that? Why are you such a believer in blockchain and the capabilities it holds?
Well, I believe that technology is like digitalization has rapidly advanced over the past few years. And no matter where you look, the digital world is expanding exponentially. So people are becoming more and more comfortable with technology, and the more we use, the more we rely on it. And the blockchain is also like pretty interesting, innovative technology. And I'm a Bitcoin maximalist. I really like freedom. I really like decentralization. I can't believe that someone can restrict me in some in something. That's why I really believe that Bitcoin can bring something in different areas. I can't believe that it could be suitable in every areas. What I mean by that is like there are some specific industries where it could really reshape the world. Those industries are like gambling,
Hmm.
where you need some more trust, or like let's say the healthcare, where you can implement blockchain and see the history of your I don't know, healthcare for the long period of time. And that's why I believe
Yeah.
that the Bitcoin, a bit blockchain, not only Bitcoin, but also blockchain can reshape some industry sectors like healthcare, like gambling, like financial sector, which is already reshaped. Yeah, that's my thought
Yeah.
on it.
Well, and so that kind of leads into Azuro protocol. So Azuro's building a base layer for decentralized betting. What does that mean necessarily?
Well, so we in Azure are building the protocol which allows you to use this infrastructure to actually launch your own platform front end and accept some betting. So it's not just a B2C solution, it's a B2B solution. That's why we are calling it a betting layer for layer for the betting industry, base layer for the betting industry. Um, yeah, maybe I don't know if I
So how does it
answer your
change the
question.
face of betting?
Um, First of all, there are like our main founder used to be the professional bettor before, and he forced with some issues like account blocking, the winning was were confiscating, and the blockchain there is no such issues because nobody can block your account, nobody cannot like pay your winnings because it's all goes out automatically with the smart contracts. That's how it's reshaped the industry, and that's why I think it could be suitable for this specific
Yeah,
industry.
absolutely. So I'm not much, full transparent, not much of a bettor, not much of a gambler. But
Mm-hmm.
I do know I live in the States and I know like you cross state lines, you're not allowed to bet. There's no online betting, stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
so that
Right.
would kind of just open up the world for people in areas like mine.
That's true, but still, from what I think, it should be regulated as well. Like I really believe with the unregulated thing. I mean, nobody can restrict you, but you have to be careful because so many. You have to be also responsible for what you built, and even in US. It's restricted area for the centralized bookmakers, and yes, with blockchain, nobody can block you because it's like decentralized, distributed technology. But you have to be careful, and like what our partners build on Azuro, they are actually built the platform which allows you to bet, but but they still restrict the U.S. market uh, because of all these things that happening in U.S. in terms of regulations right now. Yeah, so it's still thing that it should be, I don't know, somehow there is something that should people come to consideration of what I don't know, kind of legal stuff should happen for the
Right.
blockchain, not only for the betting industry, but for the whole decentralization world. So I have a friend of mine from Tornado Cash, Alexei Pertsov, who actually went to jail because he wrote the open source code, and and he went to jail not because he did something wrong, but because he just was an open source developer and someone considered that he did something wrong. But those guys who produce some bad, I don't know, roads, they are not going to jail because they are just did something wrong with the roads, or I don't know. They are just do something and someone use this open source technology and like something happens. So there is still the question and the issue. I don't know what should be done for this, but it's still the question for the whole decentralized world and the blockchain.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how it shapes up throughout time, and what will change in that world even more.
Yeah, the only thing that I really think like care of is like when you build something, you have to be
Hmm.
responsible for your code. This is really very important. That's what we also are really taking care of.
And GameFi fits into this discussion too, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's true. So we came to GameFi very quite late. Not really late, but I've met with guys from Merit Circle. This is a pretty good guys and it's an amazing team who who actually right now reshaping the GameFi industry with their solution. And they were very early supporters of Azura, and that's actually how we started to work on GameFi thing. What we are doing for the GameFi is we are trying to build also like pretty fancy betting experience for the games itself, and we're very exciting on the upcoming event, which is taking place at the end of the month. So our partners from Impossible Finance is organizing the Olympic Games It's called 0x Olympics, and it's the competition between top guilds like Merit Circle, like YGG, GameFi Guild, like Huga Gamings, and they will compete with each other by playing such games as Axie Infinity, Sky Mavis, Cyball, and also Titan Arena. And we as Azure are partnering with them to bring more exciting experience and providing betting lines for these games. So that's why it could be really interesting how betting can actually maybe pay more attention on the GameFi and somehow create an opportunity to GameFi, to all the play to earn games be a part of esports
Yeah.
as well.
Will you
Like,
personally play? Will you game in that?
well, yes. From what I see right now, actually, all play to earn games and blockchain right now missing some really cool gameplay because of because it was built by the blockchain enthusiasts, not like a true game
Okay.
studios. And I'm really keen on what will happen like in the next 6 months, because I see that like some really cool games like Illuvium, like Cypher are coming, and also I saw that such guys like Mythical Games, like even Merit Circle is partnering with really cool game studios who knows actually how to build really cool gameplay. And when we see this really good combination where like cool game studios who knows how to build really cool games will partner with the cool blockchain guys, it could really reshape the GameFi as well. And I'm really keen on like next wave of GameFi, and I believe that it will be more fancy experience, not like this right now, because it's all the majority of games that we see right now is more like Ponzinomic, where you playing, where you can earn something, but it's still missing really cool gaming experience. That's what I see right now, honestly.
Is there, so I'm also, so I'm not a better, I'm not a gamer. Is there a game or a genre that you suggest for someone who's just getting into it?
It depends, honestly, what you are really like. You're talking about the blockchain games or like the classic
Let's say
gaming
blockchain. Yeah.
industry? Okay, so maybe really pretty. The most simple thing that you can do is just to try the Axie Infinity game, because it's very simple and it's yeah, this is something when you can like start learning. Then Unchained God's really cool. I could tell you, and even in term like regarding the gameplay, it's still they are cool. The graphic and yeah, that's something where you
All
can
right.
start
I'll have to check it out.
from what I
Yeah, as a
see.
super newbie, no, I appreciate that. That's great. Um,
But you know what, from what I see and from what I really believe in, is that a gaming experience can really make easier the blockchain onboarding. So when you play, you can more easily actually on board from Web 2 to Web 3, and this is the area where I really think that it could help to take all all over the
I
world.
love that.
So what
Yeah.
yeah,
A,
really.
a really fun way to onboard into Web3. Interactive and yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
So talking about Azuro, so you're a core contributor, but also in charge of business development. So what does that necessarily mean, and what does that entail?
So yeah, Azure is a DAO. It's a proper DAO where like we have contributors, and we have like a forum where we are normally making decision. All our decisions are decentralized. So if someone has a suggestion, they can like put their suggestion into forum, and we can vote for this suggestion, or it could be accepted, and this suggestion could be accepted or not. So this is something, and I'm a part of this DAO, meaning that I'm a core contributor who can actually put this suggestion for the voting process. And when it comes to business development, meaning that like I have an experience in business development mostly, and my responsibility in this DAO is putting some suggestions in terms of business development things. So that's maybe the explanation in the most easiest way from what from what I understand
Okay.
as well.
So, what do you mind me asking what you use for like a proposal or voting process platform?
Yes, so it's just a normal forum. Let me, I actually I don't know the name of, let me see. So there is a Discord channel
Hmm.
first where we are actually notified the DAO participants about the new thing. And let me see what, I'm just
Yeah,
yeah,
we'll talk about
download.
DAOs a little bit more too. I'm just curious because obviously the voting and the proposal process seems to be one of the pain points for a lot of DAOs. And I'm going to give a shameless plug to CharmVerse right now. We're really just upping our game with our proposal flow and voting process right now. So if you're ever interested in checking it out, I'd be happy to walk you through the platform and kind of show you what we have to offer currently. Um,
Yeah, yeah, I'll be glad
yeah.
for sure. Let me see that. Yeah, that's this Zuro. 1 second. Let me. And this is the DAO, and we're using channel is here. Yeah, so it's just a forum which were created by I even I like it's a forum which were built on top of Azuro website. I even don't know. Honestly, I don't know. If you want me to check,
No,
I
it's
will check with
fine.
our
I was just
community
curious, and we can
responsible.
talk more about it in Bogota too. But it would be
Sure, sure. Let me check with.
yeah, it would be great to sit down and I can show you Charmverse while we're together too. And
Sure, sure. And I will ask my team, our community team and community and governance team, actually, who is responsible for this. It was like, okay, Sasha, you have to sign up for this one, and and you have to create the password, and please check this Slack channel. Once it will update it, you have to like vote, or if you want to put something to the forum, like please sign
yeah.
up. It's very easy thing
Well,
for
good.
me.
Well, it's good to hear that it's easy because I do. I feel like a lot of people just struggle with that portion of the DAO and the engagement and the votes and the proposals and all of that stuff. Um, so Azura was part of the all seven cohort, right, from Alliance DAO?
Oh,
Were you
right,
were
right.
you
Yeah.
part of the DAO at that point?
Yeah. Yeah, actually, no, you mean about the Azure DAO? No, we actually didn't get, we didn't create the DAO before the Alliance DAO. So we were just a normal company, and then we switched to DAO from after the
Okay.
Alliance DAO.
But so were you part of the experience of the all seven?
Yes, yes, of course, I was in all this. I went through all the
Awesome. So
process.
Charmverse was also part of that same all seven cohort, but that was before my time here.
Yeah, yeah,
How was
yeah.
your experience with that?
Yeah, that's yeah, actually amazing. That's where we learn a lot, and we've met the friends, and I really like what Alliance DAO is doing in regards of the conference. Not everywhere, but they are trying to still put in touch all their cohort members together. And yeah, that's why actually that's where I've met with Alex in person. It was in Amsterdam, from what I remember, Alex Poon. And then we used to meet in New York, but unfortunately I missed the meeting where the all Alliance DAO members should meet. Like in regarding like the usability, I think that Alliance DAO is like Y Combinator for Web3 projects, where you can get everything that you need to build Web3 startup in a very short period of time, but also you can get the support of really high tier 1, tier 2 investors, as well as you can find partners. And for example, if you still need to get some feedback on your idea, it's the area where you should apply to get the feedback on your idea. So I'm really glad that we went through this through this accelerator
Yeah, it
program.
seems like a really cool program. I actually had Jocelyn Rabancho on as a guest a few weeks back. I don't know if you worked with her at all or are familiar. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
She's amazing. She actually helped a lot of, and she were our coordinator, and she actually responsible for all this networking thing that happened afterwards. And yeah, she's amazing. I could tell you.
Well, that's great to hear. Yeah, I know Alex had a great experience when he was going through it, and Jocelyn was great to talk to. So it's just nice to hear more fantastic things about them and what they're doing. So tell me more about some of the other core contributor roles that you have at Azuro. Uh, yeah, what's going on over there?
Yeah. So in Azure actually, so the project started in April last year, and it was 6 founders. Uh, and why this project could be successful, and it will be successful in the betting industry, because then like a part of our core contributors are from the classic betting industry. And as I mentioned, our core contributor Parur was the professional bettor before. We also have Rosen, who was in charge of um, PaySafe. It's a crypto payment solution for the iGaming industry. Parur is also owner of Top One CIS affiliate network, and he knows how to onboard the users. And we had an amazing blockchain team. We have a CTO, Dan, who actually is in blockchain industry for like 2016. And he's a very talented, genius guy. And this combination of really cool guys from betting and blockchain industry experience help us a lot. So that's the another like core contributors in our
Yeah.
network.
And so how did you link up with them?
I know Dan for quite a long period of time. I started my crypto journey in 2016, and Dan actually helped a lot in our very first project. That's how we actually met. And when they started to build this solution, he said, "Hey, Sash, I have something interesting, and I think your experience could be applicable."
And
And
it
yeah,
was.
that's how I joined the team.
And it's turned out he was right. Who's your target audience for Azuro? I mean, I know it's betting, but do you have specific demographic you're going after or specific type of betting?
Yeah, so what I can say is like it's not only betting itself, like in your classic explanation. So it could be a prediction market solution. It could be something where like you can bet not only for the sports betting. What I can say, you can bet on some, I don't know, same thing that happens with the uh, president voting process in US. So you can bet on the next president in US with us. You can create the very custom markets. You can bet on your favorite esport team. You can also bet on your favorite, I don't know, GameFi team or GameFi guild with us. And I can say that for Azure, target audience is those who has an audience and who wants to um, who wants to bring more exciting experience to their audience. It could be classic bookmakers. It could be influencers with the community who wants to ask their community something and allow them to bet on this specific question. It could be streamers, it could be gamers, it could be teams. So I could tell you that Azuro is a B2B solution. It could be someone with the audience who wants to bring some more exciting experience. So it's not only the platform, and it's not only the platform for the
Yeah.
betters. It's something that could bring more exciting experience. Even like if it's dance battle, we had a conversation with Pretty Fancy Metaverse, and they're building the solution like concerts with a pretty good DJs and the dance battles, and Azure can help them to attract more audience on the dance battles. And with Azure, you can bet on your favorite
Oh,
dancers or
cool.
something like this, like very, very, very
Yeah.
flexible thing.
Um, was there any betting around the merge?
Not unfortunately, we missed this thing. I don't know why. Actually, it's a good suggestion, like whether it's happened or not. But yeah, it's actually this is good. I will come back to the team that we actually missed a really good thing to bet
Yeah,
on.
I would assume
Thank.
people, I mean, it sounds like you can bet on anything, so I wouldn't be surprised if people were betting on that.
Unfortunately, I mean, you're right. You even can bet on the merge thing, but we missed this opportunity.
Next time around.
Next, yeah, for sure.
Do you have any needs that you're looking to fill, like roles, for any listeners that wanted to get involved with Azoro?
Um, Yes, we're always looking for the talented blockchain developers, front-end developers, and also we are looking for the ninja in Twitter space because we want to expand our community. And yeah, if someone wants to join our team, we will be really happy to
All
to
right.
to
Well,
have
any
you big.
listeners that want to get involved, go check it out. Any front-end developers. So we created a POAP specifically for this Twitter space today. So it's a DAO Sasha POAP. So anyone
Amazing.
that wants to mint, go to your POAP mobile app, click that mint button, and then enter the secret word Paloma, as in the cocktail. Are you familiar with this cocktail? It's one of my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
So Paloma.
Nice.
And you'll get your DAO Sasha POAP, which is awesome. So
Yeah, I will definitely share it to my guys as well. And I've met Patrizio here in Berlin, and he is an amazing guy. Like first time I've met it was his this guy. It was two years ago, also here in Berlin. And right now we all know POAP is a really good project with the proof of attendance. And right now you even can create the T-shirt with POAP, which you can like even mint. So with
oh,
with
I
this
didn't know
specific
that.
NFC tag. Yeah. Right now they're expanding into different brands, and yeah, he mentioned like a part of just POAP thing. You can have your T-shirt, pants, I don't know, like hat with integrated NFC tag, and it could be programmed for different
Oh,
events. So you can go with one hat, but you can program this hat for different events. And the only thing that the community can do is just put their phone to your hat and mint
oh
the
my God,
POAP.
that's awesome.
So you don't need. Yeah. This is amazing. That
Oh,
thing. Yeah,
cool.
they
Might
are.
need to work something
Yeah.
up for Bogota now that you just told me that. That's great.
Yeah. I bought one NFC tag for myself, so yeah, I will definitely have my personal
That's
POAP
so cool.
for
I'm
Bogota
gonna have
as
to look
well.
into it. That's really cool. So you've been a part of a few DAOs even before Azuro, right? How's your experience
Right.
been? I
Yeah.
know because it's still a relatively new concept, you know?
Yeah. So honestly, when I started, as I mentioned, it was 2016, and we created this DAO Casino and DAO Bet project in 2017. And it wasn't really DAO as we know everyone DAO is right now. So we came to this idea just after the DAO hack. The DAO, it was hacked like in 2015 or 16, like in the early 16 from what I remember. And we saw, and we thought that it could be great naming, and we actually we were building the decentralized autonomous organization for the iGaming, but it wasn't really DAO. So it was just the name,
Okay, it was
honestly.
like very early on in the thing, so everyone was kind of
Yeah,
figuring
yeah,
out their
yeah.
iterations. Yeah.
Right.
So, what do
Yes.
you, in your opinion, what are DAO? What's the future of DAOs?
I think it could bring more interesting people on board, like for DAOs. Let's say you have a DAO and you have some specific tasks, and you can attract really motivated and enthusiastic people to your DAO because they want to contribute, not just because you are paying for this, but they can just submit the task that they want to build for you, and you can vote, and this just gave them some, I don't know, grant for this
Yeah.
specific thing. And DAO can so, and all people in DAO are motivated because they are want to contribute in the specific tasks, and they're getting some revenue from their like real activities, not just like from the salary that they
Right,
have.
right. They're choosing to be
So this
there.
is rich. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was their choice, right? That's why I think it could be more. The DAOs are that the real DAOs could be more productive, and yeah, it's real teams with the real enthusiasts on board that wants to achieve the real
Yeah.
results. That's my
Yeah, I
thought.
was just curious because you have been a part of, well, different DAOs, even if they weren't official DAOs back when you started. But
Yeah,
um, yeah, I'm always fascinated about people's experience, because people are doubtful that you can actually flatten the hierarchy or questions of how do you keep your community engaged, just questions that are going to continue to come up and are ever changing depending on the size of the DAO or however they operate and the mission.
right. Yeah, it's really depends on the DAO because the DAO has could be created for the different purpose, and like you're absolutely right. It's so many things could happen with the DAO. Even like for example, if we're talking about Azuro, we have a partner who use our solution already to launch their own platform for betting. It's Bookmaker XYZ, and they are also a DAO. And when it comes to regulation, they are taking care of their users. I mean, they are not onboarding people which are younger than like 18-year old. Yeah, they are. It's their responsibility. But still, if some regulators can potentially consider them as like as something that they are doing something wrong, nobody responsible but for that because it's multi-sig.
Right. Right.
Yeah, it's really interesting thing for like for the upcoming five
Yeah, I'm
years
curious to see what
how it will
happens
work.
and how they develop and, voting mechanisms. There's so many, and it's just what works best. And,
Yeah, it's yeah. The I'm really curious as well. I'm yeah. This is an amazing thing happens, and also during the conferences, I had a bunch amount of conversations, and still nothing really clear for me. I'm just continuously learning all this
yeah.
thing.
Well, you have a front row seat for it. Um,
Sorry.
yeah, you have a
Yeah.
front row seat to
Say.
DAOs and kind of the journey of them.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah,
um,
yeah. That's true.
so how did you originally find yourself in Web3?
Well, actually, I came from banking industry. I was working in banks for over 7 years, and then I decided to change my life. I went to another country to actually think what I need to do next. Then I came back and started to do some hackathons for Google Development Group, and my ex-client from the bank invited me to do something in blockchain. I say, okay, I understand nothing, but I really, I really like this thing, and that's actually how I came to, to the blockchain. I'm really grateful for the whole team of Satoshi Fund and Cyber Fund, Konstantin Lamashuk, Dmitry Starodubtsev, Marina Gureva, Vitaly Lvov. All those guys are very like they are so smart, and they're so passionate about this industry, and I learned a lot from this team, and like that's how it starts. And I'm really grateful that they actually invited me without any experience in blockchain. They just believe that I can do something, and I'm still
That's
here.
fantastic.
Yeah, I'm really grateful.
I love hearing people's stories of how they got into Web3 because everyone's is different, but it also something that seems to be pretty consistent is the inclusivity. Really, I feel like a lot of people are just very welcoming and inclusive and want to share their knowledge and their network.
Right, that's true.
Which I feel like is not. It's definitely not like that with every industry and every space. But most of the people I've spoken to and asking them about their journey into Web3 have a similar experience.
Yeah, and I really want to see more people in Web3 because because it's really another community with very open-minded, open, like amazing people, and they are very smart. Like I can't consider myself as a really deep techy girl, but when you are spending time in this industry, you are learning a lot, and that's how I become. That's how I become more smart, and that's how the very complicated things become more clear for me because of those guys who are here and who spend some time to explain me the very difficult things in a very simple way. Thank you, all people who spend time on explanations
I
for
second
me.
that. My team, Alex Kuhn, is listening right now. A shout out to him. He was the one that brought me into Web3, and yeah, and everyone else on my team and everyone I talk to. And you're one of those, one of those people that you are very well versed in this world. And I know you're still learning too, but I feel fortunate to be able to speak with people that have been in this space longer than me and that can break down these concepts and help me better understand the space. So I'm going to give you a shout out and say thank you.
Thank you that you are doing all this amazing thing for women in Web3 because it's really important. Yeah, thank you a
Well,
lot.
I think, and right back at you. So, do you have some crypto projects or NFT collections that you're currently following or excited about?
Yeah, I really like this crypto coin thing. I'm a big fan of crypto coins, and also another thing that I really following is World of Women, and also World of Women Galaxy. I'm only or I'm the owner of this thing. I really and like for all the rest, also a part of Crypto Nomads
Mhm.
Club. It's a ramen DAO, and they are doing this event enthusiast community, and they're sharing the um, top events and the promo codes, and sharing. They also are going to Bogota, by
Cool.
the way, and they have this special price and special accommodation for the crypto nomads participants, and I really like what those guys are doing. Maybe that's it. I'm not really a big collector of this thing, but I believe that NFT can actually bring more exciting experience, especially for the community and for the DAOs, because if you are the owner of some like NFT, you can have some benefits from this. And I'm still following this thing, and I want to see how it will reshape the the
Yeah.
bonuses thing.
Well, I
Yeah.
always like asking some of these questions also selfishly because I like to get turned on to some of these new projects and just learn what other people are watching. I will definitely
Yeah.
check those out. Um,
Yeah, Crypto Nomads and Lobster DAO is also really cool, guys. But Lobster DAO is more about the techie thing. Like, if you want to like get some really high knowledgeable answer from the very experienced blockchain guys, ask the Lobster DAO. And about the events, it's Crypto
okay,
Nomads.
I will check out all of those. So what's the best way to stay apprised of your journey, and Azuro's journey and or become a part of the community?
Well, and for Azure, we have a Twitter and also Discord. Well, warm welcome to join both Twitter and Discord. And me personally, I'm always on Twitter. I'm following all the for all the amazing news,
All
and yeah,
right.
subscribe if you're
Okay,
interested.
fantastic. And then I'm taking up a lot of your time. I'm gonna let you out of here soon, but how about describing the rest of your life in 5 words?
Oh, well, it's curiosity, it's freedom, it's kindness, it's love, and it's trust.
I love all of that. I love all of that. Well, Sasha, it's been a pleasure chatting with you. It's been really nice getting to know you better, to learn more about what you're doing. I'm even more excited to get a date on the books for when we're both in Bogota. And yeah, listeners, please give Sasha a follow. It's at DAO Sasha on Twitter. And also go give Azuro Protocol a follow. It's at Azuro Protocol. Um, Also,
Well,
don't forget to mint your POAP, your DAO Sasha POAP, using the secret word Paloma, all lowercase. And yeah, Sasha, thanks again.
I'm really I was really nervous about this Twitter space. I mentioned you several times, but it's my really very first Twitter space, and I really appreciate that you invited me. Yeah, I know that this today is a not really good day to have a lots of visitors because everyone celebrated even here. Like just after our Twitter space, I will go to the party to the full node in Gnosis, and then we're going to a borderless party. And like Berlin is full of events tonight because of really GM merch and like good merch happening today. And yeah, thank you
Oh my
guys.
God.
Thank you,
Yeah, I
Alex.
told you, you
Thank
had
you.
no reason to be
Really.
nervous. You've been a fantastic guest, very well informed. I was really happy to have you. And yeah, thanks for taking the time on such a momentous day and enjoy the celebration. Happy Merge Day. And and yeah, listeners. Oh, also, Sasha, I will be posting this interview on YouTube and I will send you a link so people can reference it when it's not Merge Day. Um, but
Yeah.
enjoy the
Okay,
rest of your
cool.
time in Berlin, and we'll be in touch so we can meet up in Bogota. And listeners, join us next week. We have Candace Stewart of Her House on Women in Web3. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your week. Be safe, and I will see you in Bogota.
Appreciate a lot and thank you a lot, guys. Success on your very cool CharmVerse project, and I bet I believe that this is also can reshape the world because this decentralized notion thing really needs to be done in decentralized betting world for startups.
Well,
Yeah, success on
thank
your
you so
journey.
much. And standing invite, if you want a little tour of the space, we can get together and I can show you what we have to offer. But yeah, well, enjoy
Yeah,
the rest of your day. Thanks for taking the time, and I'll be in touch. All right.
yeah.
Bye,
Thank
Sasha.
you,
Bye,
thank you.
everyone.
Yeah, have a nice day. Bye.